Hello, everyone. Welcome back, Wild Hearts, to Alchemy with Sheeana Leigh. And today we have a delicious dinner date special edition on the 22nd today with the delectable Sophie. Woo-hoo. We are not going to introduce this episode. We're going to just drop straight in and like really raw dog it. And we're in Portugal together, just really anchoring in this delicious journey together. And if you haven't met Sophie, she is beautiful. We have done an episode together, episode 8. It's actually the third best podcast on the whole Alchemy series.
Not bad.
And we dropped into the Order of the Blue Rose, like feminine mystery, some like deep Mary Magdalene deliciousness. And today we're gonna riff off each other, and it doesn't even need an introduction because it's gonna be so powerful with our energies together connected here. But Sophie and me, if you don't know, we connected online, very resonant, very drawn to each other straight away, have very similar sort of like missions and callings and purposes and anchoring energies.
And the red thread of kind of, women on our kind of path, womb work, sacred sexuality, embodiment, descent. There's a red thread that connects us of some of the same wounding patterns as well.
We love that. We love the red thread.
Yeah.
Delicious. So this is what's really anchored us. And we've literally come to a full circle moment now here on the 22nd of August in Portugal together on these sacred lands. And
Grail lands.
We
can speak more about that.
Yeah, we will speak more about that. Sophie will speak more about that. And we were rifting down at the beach today, like beside the cliff and the cliffs and the ocean, and it was hot, and we were like, this is what we need to talk about, this is what we need to do. So here we are. And we're going to cheers because we're actually drinking wine. We're being decadent and drinking wine. So cheers to us.
Boo.
Love you.
Celebrating you and your adventure that you're going on tomorrow, and this full circle moment that we've come on.
Yeah, I'm celebrating you and this deep journey you've been on, which we're going to talk about. We'll tell everyone.
Yeah.
And go into like what's been humming for us both.
To a certain degree.
Yeah. Snippets. You don't get the full raw dog. We're going to wear a little bit of protection when we give it to you. Just a little
veil.
A veil for, sacredness.
Yeah. A cloak.
Beautiful. So we do not have a title. We're just going to casually connect, and
I feel like a prominent theme will come through, but we have an idea that we wanted to touch on the dogma pieces and the...
Take it away.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm taking it away. Wait, I know. That makes me think of something that we should tell them, that we were 3 girlfriends who are all more submissive by nature, certainly in certain areas of life, and that we can just go there, can't we? In the bedroom,
invite them in.
So we had this, like, we ended up playing this little game where each day one of us would take the dom role to make the decisions, because sometimes we'd just be stood there for like half an hour being like, what should you do? I don't know, I don't mind, what do you want to do?
What do you want to eat? Where do you want to go? How do you...
So we were like, okay, one of us acts as dom for the day or for the afternoon or whatever, and we had our dom names. Should we introduce ourselves, our dom names?
Yes. What was yours?
Mine was Eris.
Oh, we love a bit of that. And why did you come up with that?
So my moon is in Aries, Taurus Aries cusp, but Aries moon predominantly, and Eris is the kind of feminine archetype of Mars, and also it sounds like Eros. So yeah,
we love it. Good. Hot. Mine was, I can't even say mine properly.
I'll say it for you.
Please do. Please, Edith, take me away.
How good is this? Lady Debauchery. Or Lady D for sure.
Lady D. I love a bit of Lady D. So I can't say the full thing. But yeah, and then Ivy.
And Ivy.
Ivy with Holly.
Ivy, yeah. Oh, Holly with Ivy, which is amazing.
Yeah. So I love that. We had a hoot, didn't we?
We did.
Went up to wine country, and then we got the gentleman who was taking us on this like decadent, like delicious, like wine tour through the Douro Valley, and we get in the car and we're like, oh, Daddy Dom, like you got to Daddy Dom us today. And
he loved it. Best wine tasting he's done in a long time.
he really loved it. It was so cheeky and so mischievous, and I really loved it. It was like the best day.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And we learned so much about wine.
God, we didn't learn anything about wine, guys. The running joke of this whole thing is we didn't learn one thing about wine tasting.
But we had a great time tasting the wine and seeing the land, and you know, it was really sacred in that way. And going on a boat, which we love.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. We'd love that. But take away from this,
yes.
If you're with a group of women and you're all like in your feminine flow, highly recommend nominating a
daily dom for the day. Yeah, it's
dom for the day.
Yeah,
because honestly, hot.
Yeah, so hot, and got stuff done that way.
Absolutely, because like they really got into that energy of like, all right, I'm going to be the dom, and then we're all just like, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? It's so sexy, and it made it fun without being stressful and overwhelmed.
Totally.
Oh my god, I love that you brought that here. That's so yum. Okay, well, that's a bit of a taste of how this episode is
going. Yeah, well, there was an actual reason you asked me something, and it made me remember that. And
you're going to be done. You
you said take it away. That was it.
Take it away, Eris.
I don't know what I'm taking away.
Oh,
okay, calling on Eris. What am I? Okay, what do we take? I'm taking away. Well, we were going to drop into the dogma talk, but are we ready? Are we ready for that? Are we ready for the fire? Are we ready for the fire?
Yeah, we are. There's some snippets of, we've been through a massive portal together.
Yeah, and
there's some snippets of like synchronicity and like similar resonance that we've got like burning inside us and our wombs at the moment. So let's just lay them out, like kind of what's simmering for us.
What's been alive for us.
Yeah, like religious dogma.
That old chestnut.
We really wanted to get into that, but no. We really wanted to get into that.
Yeah.
Also like heart. Oh, that post you wrote today. Oh my God, stop. Yeah, take it away. And that was just like that. The heartbreak, the rebirth, the resurrection, the, you know, the pulse of the feminine. Like really, this is what we always come back to, I believe. Hot. Fucking love it. We love a little bit of rebirth and death and heartbreak and underworld journeys.
And we both came on this trip coming out of a very deep underworld journey, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's you know, a thread we can follow, which is that, we, you know, as you said, there's synchronicities. There's obviously a reason why we're here together, you know, and I'm sure anyone watching this, there's a reason why you're watching this. You know, really, we live in a world of magic, and we often aren't tapped into how utterly magic the world really is.
Agreed. You look stunning.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to just share this, your little practice where Sheeana was just looking at her, well, you know, getting ready in the mirror, and then she said, I heard her say, what did you say?
Oh my God, I can't believe how stunning you are.
I know. And I just like smiled at her. She's like, I always say that when I'm done looking in the mirror to myself. And I was like, that is so beautiful. I love that so much.
Just this tiniest little ritual. Like you're just telling, like, I've got me. Like, you're stunning, you're beautiful. I love you.
And you are, baby girl.
Oh, thanks. I'm blushing. And the thunder. I don't know. Heating up, baby.
Okay, come on. I feel like we should dive into some juice. Eris is like, come on, girls. Let's get into some juice. So we arrived, both of us, I would describe my underworld experience as heartbreak for sure. I don't know if that's how you would describe yours.
Your journey to get here, babe. Oh, a little bit. Just dive into what you want to.
A little bit. Well, I'll share what I wrote in my post today, because that feels like the right amount of unveiling. So I was speaking about I'm just dropping in for a moment.
That's okay.
We're working on me keeping my eyes open, but I sometimes I need to go in and really source from my knowing, my you know, extract from inside. So I will drop in for a moment.
Be organic. I got you. A hot space.
Thanks, babes. Lady D in the house. Okay, so I was speaking about my new offering, which is tarot readings, but in a really unique way. It's really tying back the tarot to the rose lineage, which it ultimately was. This is not actually very spoken about or very known, but the tarot actually holds the codes of the rose lineage, the true teachings of, you know, Yeshua and Magdalene, that had to go underground through the times of the persecution of the feminine. of which Yeshua was a huge. Actually, that was something else we wanted to touch on, which I'll come back to. But Yeshua's Green Man aspect.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and the land here.
This one's going to be a big, juicy one, guys. Buckle up. I'm go.
As long as people are down with the like chaotic.
Oh, yeah, they'll be down. I love it.
You'll win them well.
Yeah, that's what they're here for.
Yeah. So, yes. So the tarot actually holds the full mythic codes and truth and journey and story of Magdalene and of that whole lineage embedded into basically codes, so that the teachings could stay alive through the heavy years, the dark ages, the heavy years of persecution of the feminine and just of anyone really, the way of love and the way of freedom. And so I'm birthing this offering that's tying the tarot back into that. And yeah, I was sharing how I have recently been through a heartbreak that was also tied into this mythos, as my life is, and as anyone else who's really deeply either woken up to their rose lineage path or just is a soul that is destined to kind of remember and embody these teachings out in the world. Yeah, basically what I was tying it into was that this heartbreak I went through, which started on Easter and ended on Pentecost. I mean, like the days of, you can't make this shit up. It was so mythically woven with the timeline, the actual timeline. And the tarot really mirrored to me at the very beginning what that connection was going to be about. And I couldn't quite see it at the time. And now with hindsight, I'm like, wow, the tarot told me. And also it really supported me to knit myself back together again, much like Magdalene, much like, I cannot say this word, kintsugi, the Japanese, the Japanese art of alchemy with gold.
The gold.
Yeah,
the art.
Yeah,
putting the gold in the crack, the broken pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the tarot really supported me to actually anchor into the truth.
Yeah.
And remember that it was all part of God's greater plan, and that actually I'm not off track. It was all leading to me to where I need to be, which is, right now feeling really juicy and calling some really beautiful things into my life.
Right. So, how good is it to be here?
So great.
Like, I didn't even want to come here. Like I was saying, I was like, I did not want to come here. I was so resistant. I was in my little Cancerian, like, birthday, like, womb cocoon. Like, no, I didn't want to.
In the outback.
Like, and then across the outback. And I was like, no, I don't even want to go to Portugal. And I was being like, and then as soon as I started the journey, and as soon as I anchored here, and the land here is really potent, hectic. It's actually quite intense. We've all had big purges here on the land. But it's like, it's something about it's like pretty like healing as well and sacred.
Well, yeah, maybe that's maybe this is a perfect moment, and then I want to weave that back to what you did this morning. So I'm going to come back to that for 2 seconds.
Baby.
This is in the house. So I wanted to say about the land was that this is Grail land. So Portugal means it is also Portugal.
Baby.
So
the Magdalene Mysteries. Knowledge on me.
So the Magdalene Mysteries which is, really my life's work and my soul's work. It's connected. I wanted to say obviously, but it might not be obviously. So it's connected to the Holy Grail, which I think is many things, but absolutely one of the things I believe it is just a representation of the sacred feminine and Magdalene's womb and the bloodline and the daughters that continue that legacy, you and I included.
I love that.
So Portugal is actually, it was the stronghold. Tamar was the stronghold of the Knights Templar who protected the sacred feminine and these mysteries again through the times of persecution and carried them through. So anyway, a lot of them had to come here in times of persecution, and this was their stronghold, was Tamar. So the whole lands, and some people believe that Magdalene passed through here as well,
Interesting.
So yeah, the whole lands are very much connected to the Grail mythos and to the sacred feminine, which is,
what we're feeling. And I think it's very potent that all three of us were here together, like little priestess babes, like deeply in our own like medicine and gifts in the world, together in this moment, because this is the first time we've met in person, actually.
Oh my God, I know.
what? In this lifetime, anyway. But I actually, now that I say that, that's really weird.
In this lifetime.
No, I feel like we've known, but no, this is the first time we've met.
But we've been like that since we met online, and it was just
True.
soul sister connection. But
I really do believe that, there's this like pulse, like this resonance between these women, the red thread, which you've spoken about, that we can feel, like I can feel as soon as I see someone, another woman, or hear her voice, I'm like, oh, like I can feel it in my body and being.
It's the resonance, 100%.
I love that.
Actually, you know what? And I'm still like tracking. I'm weaving it back to what I wanted about what we're celebrating you for, but something on that, which is like a piece of business advice for priestesses or for women like us, magical women who I'm sure are watching this podcast. I'm sure it's who you attract. Ultimately, we can kind of throw out a lot of the like conventional business advice, because everything we do is resonance. Like the right people will feel us just as we can feel them, like you just shared. There is a soul resonance of women who are on this path, or women and men.
Yeah. I agree, because I am terrible with business. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrible with social media.
Not my best.
It's not my thing. It's not my jam, like at all. And but I never am. People are quite shocked all the time when I'm like, oh, I just never not have clients and stuff, because they seek me out. Like they feel me, they hear my voice or whatever, and they're like, oh, I want to work with you. It's never about like marketing this, that, the other, or it's like literally following my calling, my voice, my truth, my womb.
Totally.
My own medicine, my heart. And then, just being a light post, like
I was literally just about to say, and I mean, ultimately, what was Magdalene? Magdal means, so Magdal means tower in Hebrew, Aramaic, and the tongue they actually spoke, which we can link into the dogma.
I love when you talk like this. It just turns me on.
This is like Eris, like
turns me on.
Get on your knees, let me tell you.
I was like, because I'm so not logical, and I don't know like scriptures and text.
Yeah, but this is hardly logical. This is
but still, talk to me, baby. Talk to me, mama.
Okay, so Magdal means tower in Hebrew, and tower basically means lighthouse. So really what we're speaking about is really, this is the truth of priestesses that are connected to it, like real priestesses, not fucking cosplay priestesses. Like really, we just have to like be really, the only marketing tip that is necessary is like become the most authentic version of you that you possibly can. Not get rid, that's a horrible way of saying it. Loosen, let go, undo, unwind, release, integrate, love up on the conditioning that keeps you kind of maybe not expressing your full self or your full light. There's so many reasons why witchy women like us would have blocks around that. And when we can clear as much of that debris away and become the most authentic and deeply anchored in ourselves and our truth, that's it. That's all we need. That's our marketing plan, basically. And be the lighthouse. Like people just.
You are so sexy. Okay. Honestly, and like I will tell you, this is you can't make this shit up. So I literally finished my land healing certification.
It's time back to celebrate you for.
Listen to this. Okay. But listen to this. Do you know what a part of my work and what I went into is being like, oh, fuck off. Like the cylinder, like I learned about like the cylinder of light today, which is like a whole thing. And like, I find it so funny that you bring it here today and in this moment.
On the 22nd.
On the 22nd, which is feast day, not the actual feast day, but.
It's the 22nd of August for the aliens that are watching in the future.
Yeah, the aliens. Hello.
They're like, I want to kidnap that one. That one. There's a lot of eros in that house.
Get me out. Gosh. Okay. But I find it funny because like when you start connecting and walking this path and being around the people you are meant to be around, like these things drop in, like even that pillar of light. I learned like the anchoring and the pillar of the light today, and I'm just like, it all clicks into place, and you just truly surrender and let go and know that you're held and work from that space. And that's why I'm literally just getting on a train to fuck knows, probably Russia tomorrow. Because I'm like, I'm gonna be so fine and held, and But no, the funny thing is you're right.
Well, this is what I want to say. I want to celebrate you for finishing your land priestess. Has it got a name? Your earth
Healing,
priestess.
earthwork.
Yeah, your earthwork.
Ley lines.
I know. That today on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Super. Let's cheers to that.
Let's cheers to that.
She just
wanted a sip of a wine. She's just like, just cheers to that. No, you actually just wanted a sip. Okay, bad bitch, whatever.
I'm dying.
Cheers to that. And I'll cheers you again. I had a sip and I'm going to have another one. To your heartbreak, resurrection. My heartbreak too.
Yeah.
And rebirth, resurrection, relationship, resurgence.
This is part of the path.
This is part of her path, our path.
Crucifixion into resurrection. Reclaiming that as the organic feminine art that it truly is.
Oh, stop it. Okay. Whew. Okay, wow, this has been really beautiful already.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to sound like that was a wrap, but I'm just like
I feel like we should keep this one like nice and short and juicy, but we need to get into the dogma shit.
We're going into the dogma shit, right. And I want to go into like, let's go straight into that. Okay. Oh, just
Okay.
Hit me.
You always want me to start. I want you to like ask me a question about it.
Oh, you want me to ask a question? Like, will we just like not cash anymore?
Well, we are cash, but like, I need a.
Okay. So
a lead.
Okay. So what we have been speaking about a lot, and I think this is very unique in our essence and our work and our flavor and our being. And I think this is why, again, we sort of like pulse at the same heartbeat, is because we are women, 100%. We are 100% women.
No, there's no question about that.
No, but like we are women who have a relationship with God.
And fuck.
Full stop. That is the end. That is the episode. Yeah, take that away and smoke it in your cigar, guys. Okay. Oh, that was really good. I really loved that. It's true though, but only for the right, like, you know, we choose.
Oh yeah, of course.
Choosing
fuck anything that walks. And you know, sometimes I like two men at once.
We have a very yum. Okay. We have a very that's so hot. Okay. We have a very unique flavor and essence. It's like, and these are my people. These are people I love. People who are connected, in alignment, walking the path of like truth and remembrance and sacred initiation, like this deep purposeful, like yummy life, but also not eradicating the human existence, right? Whether they have a relationship with God, the goddess, you know, something greater than themselves, like love,
and
like
both, because this is part of our work.
All like I'm a you fill me up, baby. Give it all to me, every orifice. I love it. But it's like also, oh yeah, I want to get a bit more comfy. And also, like, I absolutely love that we taste the textures and the sacredness and the like the primal and the wild and there's not a lot of women that do that. And what I've been finding interesting, and is that
because it's like people go, if they go really primal, it's like they've done enough goddess work, let's say, to reclaim the feminine, right? And to release some of that conditioning that we just spoke about.
Yeah.
And then what can happen is they go so deep into that kind of goddess feminine primal path that like they actually lose touch with maybe some of the lighter textures, or just at least with the cosmic masculine, or like the God, basically, the father principle. So we're really both very anchored in God, which I love, which is one of the reasons we've deeply resonated, because I don't think I could have a woman that in my inner circle that's not got a truly beautiful relationship with God in the masculine sense. Like, as if they were only about the goddess, that's also a turn off for me. And there there is a very worrying trend right now. It's almost like we're going backwards in time, where there's this, you know, I feel it's like it's constant. I'm watching these constant pendulum swings, which is, you know, of course, we went so far away from the feminine and we needed to reclaim that. So we went so back, not the whole world, collectively, we still have work to do massively.
Yeah.
But a lot of women, especially women we would know, you know, women on the path, they go so into the kind of the sacred feminine and the primordial feminine and the healing those wounds and the goddess and the witch wound and all of that, super important. But then they can end up getting stuck a bit there in that sort of what we're talking about, like embracing the primal aspects of our nature and all of that. Juicy and very important.
Yeah.
And then because that pendulum swung all the way over here, there's been this resurgence and this movement of which we are a part of that has come through, which is like, hang on, let's not, you know, I don't personally describe myself as a feminist. I don't use the word patriarchy negatively because patriarch to me means father. So like there's a resurgence of women who are like deeply rooted in the primordial feminine and the feminine principle and have done that work, but are now remembering our rightful place alongside the healthy mythic masculine. And I mean, who truly actually understand that as a collective, we can't thrive without the mythic masculine and the king to be rethroned. And that is so beautiful. And I feel like we were in a good place for a minute there. And then suddenly this pendulum was like, oh, I'm going to keep fucking going over here. And it's suddenly like rejecting the feminine again. I have seen so much stuff like rejecting the womb, rejecting the feminine.
Body stuff, like
bodies, like were you saying, working with crazy, like the tarot, absolutely not okay.
Yeah. Like repressing and exiling Mary Magdalene again and actually putting her below and underneath. And this is the path we're not repeating. We're not repeating that.
We're going against the current.
Going against the current.
That is going against the current.
I believe
of where God is taking us, by the way.
Yeah.
And has been for like, you know, 2,000 years. So yeah, it's actually, this is it. And I can feel the fire.
And the visceral, like I get a real visceral, and we've spoken about this, when we start to see like really religious dogma pop up of like,
which is
repent and do this and you're a sinner and you're inherently a sinner. And it's such a visceral like contraction in my body of like, no, like each to their no. And it's such an interesting thing because I believe that we're transcending beyond religion. Like I believe beyond religion into relationship.
Yeah.
Right. Like we are relational beings. Beautiful. Right. And I believe that, and I'm not saying like,
and also a relationship with the land, like we both have, but you're doing this training.
Yes. It's all about relationship and coming into right relationship with everything. Like, you know, it's I just can't.
With the divine, with the land, with our bodies, with our menstrual cycles, with sexuality, the full range, with the full range of who we are as spiritual beings having a human experience. We did not come here to be like pure, I don't know, whatever it is.
Holier
like,
than thou.
Yeah, holier than thou, puritanical.
What kind of life would that be though, if you cannot?
It's not one I want to live.
Taste life. Like I'm such a, like, and we both are, we're both this like love to taste and like really be in our senses and all senses and feel it and sensationally and like the taboo, the edgy, the uncomfortable, the comfortable, like the delicious, the sensual, like, and I believe that anything that actually tries to condition us away from our body and away from connection,
our deep knowing, rather, that it's like receiving from a book and from words. It's very logos, and we do need logos.
We do.
Obviously, I believe deeply in bringing back Sophia and logos together, which is the truth and really the way that we're moving, hopefully. We need both. We need the wisdom, we need the knowing, and we need the logos. And this movement that we're seeing again, like this sort of born again movement that's like this crazy wave that's happening. It's like
there's been about 3 of them now. I've seen 3 massive waves come
3
through.
massive waves. And by the way, it's an egregore.
Well, what is an egregore? Please explain it, because I don't even know.
So an egregore is like a collective thought form that has kind of, I mean, talk about demonic. You could almost say it has like a demonic energy, but it latches on, and its energy, it can kind of like latch on and really get in and take energy basically, and steer energy in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I will say my mentor, love to Holly, my mentor, she taught me something beautiful about this, which is like that actually, because they are about siphoning energy, right? We can also redirect the energy. Like they have a lot of energy. They can take a lot of energy, and they also can give a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So we can actually almost redirect the energy into something more positive, or more, you know, whatever, whole, the way that we should be going. So yeah. Long story short, I believe that this whole wave that we're seeing of like really re-embracing religious dogma again is an egregore. And I do feel like this is kind of the fight that we almost knew was coming because of the times that we're moving into, which is like truly the sacred feminine is coming back again. And that is not disregarding or over the masculine. The feminine is not about power over. No. Like this isn't about a matriarchy over a patriarchy. It's not that.
It's moving in a completely
new third thing. It's the way that it was really Camelot. That's the only way to describe it. Like when you have the king and the queen ruling together in harmony and in union and in, you know, each playing to their gifts. There's no one higher than the other, but they of course are playing to their unique strengths, which is based on their hormonal makeup as either man or woman. Yeah. So anyway, this is, and then Yeshua is the it's like the child is born, the Holy Trinity. That's really hopefully the way we're moving.
I love this. I love this because I know nothing about a lot of what you're sharing. I don't know a lot. I haven't really read the Bible.
No, I'm not.
Bits and pieces. No, I know, but like I don't know a lot, and I haven't done a lot of research. Like, and you might not have either. It's just like a knowing, an ancient knowing within. But that smells good. Oh yeah, just flick it. Hope you've enjoyed that sensation in your ears. Because we raw this, we don't edit or anything. Oh, you're tapping it now. You're giving a little tippy tap.
I'm gonna give him a little error spank.
An error spank. I haven't really gotten into a lot of this stuff. It's just like my inner knowing as well. Like I feel like I don't really need to read or whatever. It's just my knowing in my being of what I feel is truth, and that is where all my ancient wisdom comes from. Because as it should be, because I don't really give a fuck what I hear or read.
It's so top down, this whole thing. It's like we need to be told it. Like so top down, whereas women especially, but like really all beings, it you know, bottom up is like comes from the body, it comes from the womb, it comes from knowing. Yeah. It comes from like truth that's rooted in our cells and our DNA. Yeah. You know, recently I put out that post about like what Jesus being.
Oh yeah, please share, because it went viral.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh well, I did actually mention it. But yeah, it did. It went super viral, which is great. It shows that there's really a hunger for this remembrance, right? Like, it doesn't mean I'm not religious, and yet I would never I adore Yeshua and God. So I mean, I don't even know. I would describe myself, I guess, as Gnostic. Heretic.
Yes, Gnostic heretic. I would describe me as that too, actually. I don't even know what that is, but I'm down. That sounds hot. I'm fucking down with those words.
Gnostic is...
I know what Gnosis is and Gnostic, right? Yes.
And the heretic is like what we would have been done at the stake for.
Love it.
Basically speaking about the truth of Yeshua.
And we speak the truth.
We do. But then, you know, other people think they're speaking the truth, but their truth is coming from a top-down...
external sources, which is not
were like created at the Council of Nicaea, like about 1,000 years after.
But at the end of the day, I truly believe that God is within.
Yeah.
And like, so everything.
That's exactly what their ministry was about.
God is within. And like, honestly, if you are getting anything from external sources that is not like it's not of truth, like, you know, even when you're communicating with the land or the earth, and we can bring this back to the green man. Nice tie there. Did you see what I did? Even when you're in communion with, you know, ancient beings and energy, where is that communication and communion coming from? Internal, right? Like, so even though you're in communion with the trees, the lands, the flowers, the land keepers, and all of these things, like, it is, it's receiving an internal, it's not somebody or something telling you,
flipping book to you,
to like, and trying to, and like, I love that. I'm going to tie this back to like the siphoning of energetics, because when you really get into energetic quantum physics and all of this thing, it is like a battle of energy. And when we get into like the battle of energy, people will try and twist, contort, manipulate, and whatever, if they're not sourced from the well within, for nefarious reasons, and not of reasons that are of truth and love and eros and authentic, natural, cosmic, erotic essence.
I also want to say, I suppose, I think there's many innocent people out there who are not, you know, who are not bad people, and for some reason, and I mean, some of them are really, you know, incredible minds and incredible people.
Oh yeah,
have somehow got this egregore has honestly taken a hold of them.
I love that you just did this motion, because it is a hook.
Kind of what it is, right?
That's what I see. So when I talk about this all the time, like, it's, and like when I connected to the essence of like the Holy Spirit or like God, like when I connect, and I have had the most erotic, profound connections with God and the creator, or whatever you want to call it, that essence, you fucking know that essence, honestly. And like, it's out of this world, but in this world and in your body. And then it's actually like a hook. So I'm a very visual person, but they're actually like hooks that get into your body and system and like pull you out. And that is where I see Christianity and a lot of religions. It's not just that. We're flipping over tables. Organized.
Doctrinated religion,
because then it starts becoming an external thing, like a list of do's and don'ts. And even like, as being as a feminine woman, like we've spoken about this too, which I also want to tie in, like being feminine, what does it look like? You have to be soft and quiet and submissive, but it's like not the full range. And it's like this list of external things that you have to tick to be a certain thing, or feel to be good.
I love being good girls.
I love being a good girl. Even when you say it, just lights me up.
But like, yeah, it's honestly, I'm kind of actually a little speechless right now, because it has been, I've seen some really shocking things in the last few months, which is like, over the last year or something, which is like, wow, we're really, there's we're going backwards, like going backwards. It's crazy to me.
It's painful, actually.
Of course it is. It's very painful for a mythic women like us, who have, you know, really fought a battle over many lifetimes to
take it away,
get the freedom that we have. And I'm not talking from a feminist perspective, because, you know, I think I'm also someone who believes we absolutely needed that movement to get ourselves the vote and those basic kind of, you know, basic standards of living quality that was absolutely necessary. And there's things like the pill that I don't think has supported women at all. So I would never describe myself as a feminist, and I'm also not going to be someone who will totally poo-poo the movement, because we absolutely do stand on the shoulders of the women who gave us the right to vote, etc. And tying it back to what you were saying, which was around where it's like moving backwards. It's like, it's so, and from women especially, it's like, why are we it really, honestly, this is how it feels for me. Marianne Woodman has a beautiful phrase, I don't know what this is, story about this, and I'm not going to try and tell it because I can't remember entirely, so I'll butcher it, but it's something about like being in a cage, or like feeling, she had this dream where she was in a cage and someone spoke to her, and yeah, ultimately she was obviously speaking about the sacred feminine, and of course we've come so far, and it feels like really confusing and really hurtful to witness, particularly women, sort of re-caging themselves. It is a cage, and it's so, and in so many, even some of the polarity dogma is also a cage. And listen, I love organic polarity, but I'm seeing a lot out there which really feels like we are like some of the feminine collective is kind of putting themselves back into a cage, and it's baffling to me.
And it's
really really baffling.
Yeah, because I believe that the earth is really ready. Like we're moving into an era and an age where the earth and us as a collective are really ready for a new pathway. We're not going to be repeating the same energetics and loops. Like we're moving in a whole unknown new direction together. And so it is quite painful and hurtful when we are getting dragged back by these hooks and these self-inflicted. We don't have to be. But even these like self-inflicted cages, and sometimes they're not always self-inflicted, but and it is because it's like, oh, you kind of just want to like flip tables and burn everything down.
Flip tables. And hello, what did Yeshua do?
You want to flip tables, you want to burn everything down and be like, fuck this, like what the hell, what are we doing? Like, and I think
that was literally what Yeshua came to do.
Yeah,
on the people that were dogmatic and believed that the only way to find God was through scripture, and that had all these rules, and that didn't understand that like that's exactly what he came to do. He came to flip the tables on the establishment, on the dogma, on the ideologies that created separation, and separation from our bodies, separation from our inner wounded part, separation from the wounded people of society.
Right.
He came to flipping tables on the people that believe the only way to know God was through a book and through being a good, pure man or girl or whatever. And actually, Yeshua came to flip the tables on that and to be like, the way you know God is to literally like offer a hand to the person on the street who needs it. And, you know, through many other ways that are like through the body, through the land, through
baby, tell us about that.
I mean, Aramaic, the tongue they spoke, was so sensual and so poetic, and so the entire translations don't even hold the essence of the truth of what he was preaching. And this is then what has been fed to the world as like this was his true teachings, but ultimately unless we're looking at the true Aramaic, really translating those correctly, we are missing so much, and then we're taking it as gospel, and I promise you it's not gospel. And I
want to talk about like the green man as well, because that I think that ties in a lot with like everything we've been speaking about with relationship to and through. Please.
Okay, so we'll just anyway, I think we should wrap up because we want to keep it short and punchy.
I'm pretty sure the audience just heard that today, but they probably, we will. It's gonna happen. So please tell us about.
I'm also getting hungry.
Oh, we're hungry. We actually went out today and we bought we had the most delicious day and the sun, and it was our last day, and we were like celebrating us from moving, like breaking chains of these like generation old ancient wombs with men. And it's been epic, and we've got a delicious platter and food waiting for us inside.
And you know what? I actually just want to touch on that. We'll touch on the green man thing because this ties in.
We're tying it in.
I know one of the arguments of like why, and I know I have succumbed to this. Kind of one of the places where that egregore has almost got me. The only place.
Agreed.
Really,
me
the
too.
Only place. Do you know what I'm going to say? The only place that I felt its tendrils kind of getting hold of me is in the whole like, you won't call in a masculine man if you're like, you know, not fitting in this box. And let me tell you, I have very, very, very beautiful masculine men in my life. And I'm being courted in the most beautifully delicious way. And it's just not true. But the kind of men, like I had to really, really do some deep work to like eradicate those tendrils that were kind of getting me, and stand in my truth and my power and my fire and my eros and just my authenticity and all those things, you actually receive the kind of man that I want to spend my life with, which is like a man who's not afraid of those things.
Yep.
Hang on, is that a fire in the plant or is that just a light?
No, it's just a light. Okay. We're not burning the place down. All right. I know we spoke about burning everything and lighting everything up. Yeah, actually, really Portugal's been on fire the entire time we've been here, and we got fire. Anyway, smoke poisoning, but yeah, no fire right now.
Talking about the land and leaving it back to Yeshua's green man, but also talking about the land, I'm having so much reverence for being in this land while, you know, many people are struggling, and the land is really having it's like the land is having a purge.
Oh yeah.
I really feel like this is happening all over the world, but it really feels like the land is actually reclaiming her power.
Oh, funny
also,
that.
Of course, that doesn't negate how traumatic it is and how much chaos it causes and all of that. And there's something, I believe, to all these fires that we've been seeing that is about a collective purge. That's
transmutation, burning it down, renewal, rebirth. We know this. Yeah,
but about the earth, and we're like, no, the earth's got herself. We're the ones who fire.
The earth is the most regenerative, like it has been regenerating herself for billions of years. Like she's mama's fine. Mama's fine.
Mama is fine. Exactly, right? How interesting is this about like white man savior complex?
Oh, we gotta save it. They made me. She can't look after herself.
We're the ones who are fucked.
Bitches, get out her fucking way, because she knows what she is doing, because she is a powerhouse, and you need to back the fuck off and give her space.
You're allowed to swear on YouTube.
I do what I want. Yes. I love it. I swear a lot.
Great.
They know this.
Green man.
Let's tie that in.
Let's tie it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were speaking earlier about Yeshua, how it's not only the feminine who has been cut off and, you know, made less whole by religious dogmatic conditioning. It very much, Yeshua has like a huge green man, primal man, earthy, very connected to the land.
You are literally making my pussy drip talking like this. I can't even keep going.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's so hot, right?
The man he was hot, not so botanical, boring, like
this primal man connected to the land.
Very connected and very and yeah, he had a huge green man part of his nature that has been also hugely wiped out by the church, because ultimately, and religious, you know, dogmatic conditioning, because ultimately organized religion, let's say.
Yep.
Because of course that also connects us to a deeper wisdom, to the primordial feminine and to our own bodies. That was everything that was intentionally severed. So again, this movement that I'm seeing that is very sort of top down, again, it's like it saddens me, because it isn't the true essence of him
and us as humans,
right?
As humans, like that is not it. That's the split. It's not spiritual, intense, like, oh, I'm gonna abstain from everything and be this enlightened being and ascend and go. And it's not, I'm just gonna be a little like this dog on in the street that is, you know, it's birth. That's where they've got it wrong. It's like the exiling of pieces and parts of ourselves and connection and relationship with and to. And I would fucking much rather live like I've swung both ways. I've been intensely spiritual and tried to like repress and release everything and become higher than thou. And I've gone into Christianity and again, like tried to like be like, no. And then I don't know why.
I just want to say I'm not against all Christianity.
No.
Truly, like Magdalene, Yeshua.
Or religion. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, just, like the truth of it was like it was like Celtic, and you know, it was beautiful. It was mystical and Celtic, and I'm not against that kind of, let's even it was probably closer to being spirituality because it was so mystical. He was a mystic. He was a Hebrew, by the way, mystic. So anyway, I'm not against Christianity. Let's put that out there, but I am definitely against like dogmatic, reductionist, sort of, as you just beautifully said, like the kind that comes in and like severs ourselves from something.
Compartmentalization, fragmentation. Yes.
We've been playing that game for 2,000 years. Where's it got us?
Nowhere.
War,
starvation, hungry humans,
traumatized.
Like, right? Like, we are done with that. We are here. The way the current is going is wholeness and satiating and celebrating and this like new era of eros and
quite honestly remembering that we can learn more about Magdalene and Yeshua through the lands than we can from any book.
The land. When I tell you the land, it's in the land.
You look really radiant right now.
I know, like the sun is setting and like, oh, this is the most delicious. Let's just stay because it's like no makeup, just like hot as.
Final.
No, that's fine. That's so fine. I think we're ready. I think we are ready to go and have this beautiful, delicious feast together and
sensual dinner.
And finish and wrap up. And you know what? I'm not even going to do this like weird closing of this podcast today. It is so funny because I've only just started to doing like these like professional intro and outro.
I want to see the professional outro. I
literally just read it off my phone while it's on the thing. It's not. It's not that professional.
Or should we just drop in and see if there's any last thing that wants to be
shared? I absolutely want to do that. Okay. And I'll share obviously all Sophie's notes and details and this, that, and the other in the thing and her offerings. You know, all that.
My bestie Holly's gonna laugh at that little look.
Whatever. I'm not Eros anymore. I'm a little subby little baby that wants to be looked after in this world. I want to be romantic. Oh, romance, so hot. Okay, we're getting off track. Yes, let's drop into our bodies and see if there's any last snippets that we want to drop into this space or wisdom or knowledge. Oh, yeah. Fuck, it's good to be a woman.
Yeah, it's so good. Why don't we just take 3 side breaths with our beautiful, whoever's watching, whoever made it,
our mystic women, and whoever
with them, so we can actually bring
and close
their body and close it in that way.
Okay, that sounds good. And of course, if you are
here with us all,
if you are here, please reach out, connect, DM, tell us what you took away from this delicious thing. And if you want to see us together again, I know I do. Look at this. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
And go. Oh, that is good. Fuck yes. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here, being on this journey, for being, what did you call us as a collective? I loved it. Gnostic heretics. Mystic baddies. Slutty subs. No. All of the things, every part and piece of you is welcome here in this space. We love it. Thank you. And for doing the work and getting out there and showing up and opening your mouth and taking it all in.
Okay. Well, thank you, Boo. Thank you. And I'm celebrating you for your Earth Priestess training today, finishing, and your little adventure tomorrow. Getting on a train. She has no idea where she's going. I love this.
Yeah.
She's going to guide her.
Well, what are you doing tomorrow? We're both going on different pilgrimages.
I'm going on a mini dieta for my
journey. Medicine journey. We don't fuck around.
And there's some naked out here, which I'm really looking forward to.
All right. Love you. Okay. Ciao. Bye. See you next time.